Hello there, and welcome to SalesboxTV. I hope you've had a fantastic start of 2023. My name is Alex Roy, and I'm the founder of SalesboxAI. And I'd like to welcome you to this episode of SalesboxTV. In SalesboxTV, in each episode, we speak to business and marketing leaders about tips, best practices, and trends across topics like revenue, go-to-market, and pipeline. Today I'm joined by a very special guest. Her name is Kavyanidhi Narayan. Kavya is a strategy and operations leader at Cisco, Webex, CPaaS business. Kavya, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Alex. And thank you for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to share my views on marketing. This is a topic which has always been very close to my heart, and it's a pleasure to be with all of you today.
Wonderful. I'm excited to have you on the show as well. And Kavya, I was looking at your profile, and it seems very rich and diverse. And would love to learn more about how your role has evolved over the last 20 years.
Yeah, sure, Alex. I currently lead strategy and plan operations for the CPaaS business at Cisco. And CPaaS stands for a communication platform as a service, and it is a suite of cloud products which is part of the overall customer experience solution. And in my current role, I am responsible to work towards building the strategy and business operations for the cloud products. I closely work with product engineering, go to market sales, as well as the customer success teams. And I'll probably talk about my current role, and then I'll let you know
Sure.
what I was prior to this role as well. And my work varies from anywhere from discussions around a product roadmap, understanding market trends, competition, and also many times bringing back feedback from the field to the product team for future releases. Overall, I have around 17 years of professional experience, out of which 12 years has been marketing. And prior to Cisco, have worked in multiple technology startups, built teams from ground up. I have led large teams, which has had an impact to company's growth. And yeah, that's how it's been. Like, I started as a product manager right after I finished my master's in telecommunication from RMIT Australia. Slowly moved on to doing a lot of pre-sales activities. I also got an opportunity to work on the product marketing side, product management side. That's how I slowly started developing interest on marketing, and 12 years I continue to do that. And today I'm in a completely different role, but there are a lot of marketing skills which is useful for my current role as well.
Nice, nice. So within CPaaS itself, can you tell us how businesses use, CPaaS, which is, platform as a service, right?
Yes, like I mentioned, it's a communication platform as a service, and it's a cloud products, and it fits into our overall customer experience solution at Cisco. And what this platform does is, like, there are more than 16 plus digital channels such as WhatsApp, SMS, Facebook Messenger, that we have 16 plus digital channels. And it also helps to orchestrate, it's a product, it also helps to orchestrate as well as automate the entire customer journey at multiple touch points. So let me give an example, for a
Hmm.
better understanding. So, right, we have solutions across all industry verticals like telcos, manufacturing, education, retail, and this is a more of B2C, business to consumer product. Even though we sell into the enterprises, ultimately the enterprises use to interact with the customers. So, like, one of the use case I can tell you is like online shopping.
Hmm.
So you'd have seen very recently that you see some rich kind of messages which comes from a lot of retailers talking about the new products, right, which has an image as well as a text. So something like that we can deliver through our platform. And another example I can say is like in a healthcare, it helps to save people's life, right? Interaction between the patients and doctors, and also sends alerts. So there are a lot of use cases we can do. You name an industry, we have a solution for that.
No, that's amazing. It's amazing, especially if it's it touches the lives of so many people and improves the experience. It's amazing. And I was reading some study recently. That it's one of the fastest growing segments. It's supposed to hit about 25 billion in market share. I mean, in revenues by 2020, in the next 5 years, by 2027. So you're in a very exciting space, and a very responsible role, and a really great problem to have. That I'm sure you will solve. Um, and you will be one of the top leaders in that space.
Thank you, Alex.
Great. So in terms of for 2023, right? So what sort of shift are you seeing in terms of within the market, and the goals for 2023 for Webex CPaaS division?
Yeah, this whole thing started few years back. CPaaS has been in the market for some time, but I think especially collaboration tools and customer experience has really picked up in the past 2 3 years, especially during the pandemic, where people wanted to keep that social distancing, right? So they wanted more of digital technologies. So that's where we saw a significant growth in terms of the usage. And I would say that some of the customers start with very few channels, like with enabling SMS promotions over SMS. Then slowly they see that in certain markets WhatsApp is very is used a lot, as like for example in India. So then they enable WhatsApp. So slowly we have seen them expand from two channels to doubling up their channels in communicating to the consumer side. Definitely there is significant growth in this area. And we are also seeing buying behavior has changed. And so if we are able to analyze and understand their pattern, right,
Hmm.
that is also helping customers increase their revenue and trying to give personalized experience to consumers based on what they really need.
Understood.
So just to summarize, I would say definitely we are seeing a growth and it will continue to grow.
Hmm. Hmm. And is your sales process, like, is it inside sales driven, or do you have like field sales for CPaaS?
We have different teams, definitely inside sales, which is called virtual sales within Cisco, and we have a field sales team who go and speak to the customers. We also have demo experts who collaboration is all about show and tell.
Hmm.
So that way it really works in our favor, where the demo experts can actually show the experience and they can see it in live on how the product works. And yes, it's all about teamwork for us. So marketing works very closely with the sales team. And within sales team, like we have partner account managers, then the product sales specialists. So we have to work across teams.
Got it, got it. And I believe you are looking at global revenue worldwide, right? Is your responsibility?
Yes, I am more on the product and engineering side right now.
Okay.
But prior to this role, I was leading marketing. I was head of marketing for Webex portfolio.
Hmm.
That's where I was completely into field marketing. I was leading for entire Cisco India and SAC regions.
Right. I had a question for you on that role, right? Because I read somewhere that within a year, for the India market, it became number two worldwide. I'd love to hear that story. How did you?
Sure. Sure. That was our e-commerce portal. Like we had launched, this was just during the lockdown. We since it's a SaaS-based product, right? We wanted the customers, which is called Webex meeting within the Webex portfolio. We wanted the customers to try it before they buy it. So that was one program we ran, as well as we had customers, especially small businesses. They could purchase the licenses online. So we ran a lot of marketing campaigns for that, email marketing, social media marketing. We spoke about it in a lot of our events or during webinars. And we saw significant growth, especially it helps sales also. Like if it's a fewer number of licenses, right, it's better for the customers to come to our portal. So we did a lot of marketing campaigns around that, and a mix of things, like we try to change the ads, we
Mhm.
try to give discount offers. So that's how we went about. And I would say from globally, from fifth position, we came to number two position pretty in, I think in a 4 or 5 month time.
Wow, wow, that's phenomenal. And yeah, I think your understanding of the product, is and your love for the product is translating into action across the teams. So that's wonderful to hear, because often we see leaders who are not as connected to the product, right? Um, and sometimes it kind of results in the results not being as it should be. So in terms of metrics, what sort of metrics and KPIs do you track across
Yeah, I think as a marketer, metrics is very, very important. We do use a lot of analytics tools, and like it's mostly like the sales funnel the marketers have to fill up, right? So it's more on the MQLs, that is marketing qualified leads. We also get measured on SQLs, that is sales qualified leads, and also we take it to the closures, and this entire journey is measured and analyzed through the different tools. We have multiple CRM tools, we have a lot of other reporting tools within the company which we use.
Mhm.
So these are three metrics which we get measured on how many leads we can bring it, how many got converted for sales to pick up the conversation, as well as how many closures in terms of wins we achieve.
Noted, noted. And so I also noticed, that you just recently won a couple of awards as well. So I think best CPaaS platform, as well as I think there was a RCS initiative also. Is that
That's right, yes.
okay? So is RCS picking up as a channel across certain countries? Do you
Yes,
see?
it is. It is picking up, especially in the US market. It's still newer in quite a few other regions,
Mhm.
but definitely we are seeing growth in that.
Got it, got it.
Especially
So
because
is
it's
it
like an uplifting an SMS is more of rich communication which goes out to the customers.
Got it, got it. And I was also, I also came across the in-app, the app store that you have, right? So where other within the ecosystem, you also have other SaaS products available now. Is that correct within Cisco Webex?
Yeah, we have quite a few. So collaboration is just one portfolio. We have quite a few other verticals and portfolio within Cisco, and a lot of SaaS products are available.
I see. Okay, cool. And in terms of your advice to businesses that is looking to, let's say, have a successful product in the US and is looking to, let's say, bring that product to a market in APAC region, right? What would be your number one advice to them, right?
I would say we have to come up with a lot of creative and innovative ideas. That's the beauty of marketing. Actually, we get an opportunity to come up with creative ideas. So when you take a product to the market, definitely know to whom you're selling to. So we need to do our homework well in terms of the customer requirement and have personalized campaigns. Like one size doesn't fit everyone, so you have to actually know, like if you're selling in the US market for a financial company,
Mhm.
try to target them on the benefits of the product from a financial standpoint. Likewise, if you're selling to an education sector, try to bring out the benefits of how it's important to students, right? So make it as personalized and localized as possible. And
Mhm.
it varies from region to region. Like a program what we run in India
Mhm.
may not work in some other regions, and US may have completely different channels which works. So we have to try out multiple channels also, I would say, in terms of it can be like social media, it can be email. Like a lot of countries, we have this GDPR compliance, so we have to be very careful with some of the rules what we have.
Mhm.
So that I would say, know your product, know your customer well, and
Mhm.
have the relevant content when you're sending out to customers.
Sounds good. Yep. And in terms of intent, right? So do you, procure intent from additional sources, that you can funnel into your programs at this point?
We do have partnerships, and we do work with a lot of analysts and all, where we try to get some kind of coverage.
Hmm.
But otherwise, a lot of things are managed in house for us.
I see. Okay. And would you say, what metric would you say sales and marketing should align themselves on? Like, say, often marketing talks MQL, sales talk something else. So, what would you want them to align on? Would you say?
Right. Yeah. So I think most important is again within customer, right? There are different segments. Some will be like enterprise, like large companies which we target. Some will be mid-sized companies, and some will be small. So the KPI will be different for each of them, because we are expected to bring in the biggest revenue from some of the top customers. So and it's very important. Sales and marketing need to be aligned, but very important for both of the departments to be aligned with what the business goals are, like what the company goals are, as well as in terms of what the customer needs are. So there will be some kind of difference of opinion naturally, because when MQLs are quite different from SQLs. So we do define a matrix before we go forward, and we agree upon the KPI before we can assign it to them as a
Mhm.
sales qualified lead.
Got it, got it. And do you, in terms of your martech stack, right? So do you have like a marketing automation platform, a CRM, and do you have other tools also that you?
Yes, those are third-party tools, it's integrated with our products in terms of understanding the usage as well as on the sales side. So
Mhm.
we do use customer relationship management tools as well as product usage tools. So there are multiple tools which we use.
I see. Uh
Uh,
huh. Uh huh.
yeah.
Nice. And yeah, no, I was. I also noticed that you have like a runners club for kids. So I would love to hear more about that.
Uh, so I do run a lot of half marathons. In fact, I am one of the like organizers within the Cisco runners group, and also have a separate group called Galloper, which has not really been very active as much as I want it to be. But that's completely personal group of mine where I try to take young kids for run. Like I take them to nearby lakes during the weekends. It can be my friends' children or my community children.
Hmm.
So my whole objective is to bring in the awareness of health and fitness from very young age. And kids range from anywhere from 7 years old. In fact, we have a kid who is 5 years and is like super active and very energetic. So it's very nice to see, and teenagers. So we have a different age group kids, and it's called Galloper. I have branded it as Galloper.
No, nice. No, I mean running is very very healthy, and half marathon is very it's great. And
In fact, today itself we hosted a run in our Cisco campus in the Bangalore campus.
wow, nice, 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 cool. So I wish you all the best, and thank you for the time, and sharing the insights, and given the background and what I'm sure that we're going to see over the next 5 years. Cisco Webex, a leader on the CPaaS segment, right? So looking forward to it. Big fan of you. All the best, and
Thank you so much, Alex.
yeah, thank you.
It's a pleasure talking to you. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.